Hello and welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the April, May, June, second quarter of 2020 outlook for the sign of Gemini. Now this is going to be a general outlook, so we could be looking at any area of your life. It's just a snapshot for what some Geminis may be experiencing during this period. Please remember, it's not going to be for all of you. And if you want to get a private reading, or if you want to get an answer to a 10-minute recorded answer to one of your questions, some clarity, you can go ahead and check out those services that I provide with the link at the top of your screen. So let's get right into it. I've already done most of my shuffling off camera, so we can get right into cutting your deck, Gemini, and seeing what your outlook is going to be like for this second quarter of 2020. Now, your full 2020 outlook is linked in the description along with your 2020 love outlook, so you can go ahead and check those out if you'd like. And this is going to be a full Celtic spread, and I will be pulling some clarifiers at the end. Let's get right into it. Six of Swords at the center and Ace of Swords for you, Gemini. Five of Cups. All right, here we go. And Empress energy. Coming into the period with a Knight of Swords and coming out of it with a Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords and Seven of Swords. Whew. Page of Pentacles, and we have Six of Pentacles. All right, so this is definitely going to be a period of healing for you. High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. All right, guys. Overall, we're looking at a period of healing, right? Overcoming a heartache or a recent heartbreak. Certainly this period is going to be all about you moving towards a more harmonious environment and stage in your life. Certainly a period of clarity coming in on all areas. I believe also a period of increased financial abundance coming in. Let's get right into it. Straight off at the center, we have a Six of Swords and an Ace of Swords. So primarily, April, May, June is going to be a period where you're going to be working towards moving away from conflict and working towards a period of harmony. Six is the number for harmony, or a journey towards harmony, especially in the tarot. And Six of Swords is all about making that intentional decision to no longer engage in pain, in strife, in difficult times, in difficult struggles with people. Deciding to turn your back on that. You know, deciding to turn your back on situations that have been painful up until now. And part of your ability to do that is this Ace of Swords, which means that this period is going to be a period of enlightenment for you. There's going to be a lot of information that becomes clear to you. If you were in a stage of haziness or vagueness, or just not really understanding what's been going on, not really having all of the pieces or the bits of information, April, May, June is going to mark a period of a lot of this becoming clear, a lot of clarity coming in for you. Ace of Swords is strong clarity, and it's certainly clarity that brings a vindication, right? A victory of sorts. I'm going to say that for some of you up until now, you may have been involved in situations where, because you didn't have all the information, you may have been made to feel as though things were your fault when they didn't go your way. There's definitely has been some, I want to say there's been some, not sabotage, but there's definitely been people that you've been dealing with, Gemini, who have been working against you or have been working to sort of subvert your goals. And a lot of that information is going to come out during this period, which is going to allow you to move forward finally to move past it. If you've been stuck in a situation where you haven't been able to sort of get past the heartache or get past some of the difficulties, now is a period, April, May, June, where you're going to absolutely be able to get past them, move forward with them without looking back. Strong period of growth. High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck, and I think this is also going to be a period where you're going to start to have some reaffirmations of your intuitional ability. I think that you've probably been going through a period where you knew something was going wrong. You knew something was amiss. You knew that, you know, despite everybody else around you telling you that you're wrong or telling you something else, you knew in your heart of hearts that that you really had your finger on the pulse, that you did really know what was going on, but maybe you didn't actually have any proof. This is just your intuition, right? But everybody else may have been trying to convince you not to listen to that intuition. Well, now, because of this Ace of Swords coming in, this is going to be the proof that you need to reaffirm the fact that all along your inner voice was right about a certain situation. Now, Five of Cups, this is going to be definitely a period where you are mourning the loss of a relationship. You may have recently broken up, or you may be right now, since we're still in March, dealing with a heartache that happened maybe just now, or just recently, or just in the last, I want to say, several months. And you've been really it's been difficult for you to move past it, right? This is going to be one of the main focuses for your April, May, June period, Cancer. Trying to move past this grief that you have over a broken relationship. But again, this is going to be one of the things that you're absolutely going to move past as you come through this period. In the back of your mind, you're going to definitely be increasing how much you're nurturing yourself, how much you're giving to yourself. You're going to be increasing your own divine feminine power. This is going to be a period where, you know, you're going to be thinking a lot about how you need to take care of yourself. You know, there's going to be an increase in taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul, taking care of your spirit, working towards creating an environment that is conducive for your growth, that is conducive for your creative expression, right? You're going to definitely be blooming during this period, even though you may still be mourning the loss of this heartbreak. But again, the Ace of Swords is going to come in for you and is really going to help you finally move past this. The Knight of Swords is the energy that you're coming into this period with. And the Knight of Swords is all about being very, very proactive at sort of breaking sort of ties that have held you back, right? Obstacles in your way, but more than anything, sort of really cutting away connections to people, places, and things that have served to stifle your growth, right? So this is Knight of Swords, you know, with the Page of Swords, we are actively overcoming a lot of obstacles in terms of negative thinking, etc., right? Now, here we're talking about being tied to people, right? Having connections with people, or having connections with certain types of environments that serve to hold you back, that serve to stop your growth, that serve to sort of stop your forward momentum, right? That are constantly throwing monkey wrenches in your plans, right? Well, the Knight of Swords is the knight that kind of cuts the reins, cuts the ties to those people. And I think this is the energy you're coming into this period with. And here we're talking about cutting whatever tie is holding you to this grief here, which is continuing to hold you back, right? So you definitely have an abundance of air energy coming in to help you. You're already an air sign, Gemini, but you're definitely April, May, June going to really be coming into a period where your air aspect, right? That airy aspect, the airy energy of clear communication, clear thought, and clarity is really going to serve to help you progress forward after a period, I think, of maybe stagnation in a lot of ways. So it's a huge period of growth for you, a huge period of healing for you. You're going to be coming out of this period much more focused on your business and career with that Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be able to put a lot more of your emotion into that area of your life, because you're going to be healing the other area of your life that has really taken up a lot of your emotional energy, right? So cutting away all of these people have really been keeping you emotionally focused on the past, right? Or the ties that have been keeping you emotionally connected to parts of your life that aren't progressive, right? All of that is going to be cut away. You're going to be able to put a lot of that emotional investment into your career, your business, or your financial sort of status. It could be that some of that area in your life has suffered under the fact that you've been mourning, right? Under the fact that you've been emotionally struggling with a heartache or a pain, right? A breakup, or grieving a breakup. And so it's been difficult for you to really put a lot of investment into your career, perhaps, or into your business. That is all going to change. And by the end, I'm going to say certainly towards May, June time, you're going to be able to invest a lot more time into focusing on your financial abundance and your financial stability. All of this is going to be coming out of this Ace of Swords, which is a very strong cross energy for you this period, right? This April, May, June. Now, you're coming into this second quarter with an attitude of wanting to be much more strategic, planning your moves a little bit more, just being very careful about the decisions that you're making. You do, of course, have a level of stability that you've worked very hard to achieve. And so you're not wanting to lose that stability, especially since you have been going through this grieving period. And you understand that, you haven't been working on a forward plan for a while because you may have been grieving. But now I think this period you're going to be saying, well, look, I do have stability in certain areas in my life. I'm starting to realize that a lot of my decisions and ideas and planning are valid. But now I'm just going to be a little bit more careful about the decisions I make. I'm going to be a little bit more careful about who I trust, right? And who I sort of involve in my plans, right? And this is the attitude you're going to have coming into April, May, and June. What meets you is the Seven of Swords, which is really a feeling, it is a card for futility, but it's also the card for treachery. And I think one of the reasons why you're going to be able to move forward with the Six of Swords so strongly is because the Ace of Swords, which brings information, which brings clarity, which brings understanding, is going to reveal the source of some of your trouble. You may find out that there are certain people who have actively been working against you, or who have been actively sort of trying to take a wind out of your sails, trying to slow your growth. This could be somebody very close to you who is jealous or envious of your path, right? Or of the stability you've already established. Whatever it is that they're jealous of, Seven of Swords is the card for treachery because it is the thief in the night. You can see him there sneaking off with his swords, right? This is usually someone who's very close to us. This is usually the last person we expect to do this to us. And so I think that what's going to happen this month is that one of the reasons why you're going to be able to move forward so strongly is because this information that is going to begin to become clear is going to also reveal the source of a lot of your difficulties. It's going to reveal the source of a lot of your sort of plans not working out, because you're going to find out who or what it is that's really been sort of working against you, right? And this often happens with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords often comes up in readings with other cards that talk about clarity and honesty and information coming in, because at some point this energy is revealed, right? Once it's revealed, it's kind of like a real wake up, like, oh, wow, no wonder. It's like one of those feelings like, oh, okay, now I realize why this didn't work out. Now I realize why that didn't work out, because you find out that someone close to you has done something to fuck it up, has thrown some kind of bad energy in there. They may have been talking behind your back. They may have been trying to stab you in the back. They may have been, saying, engaging in gossip or engaging in negative sort of communication. It is a Swords card. A negative sort of communication in order to sort of disrupt your life. And yes, while they may have succeeded in the short term, these individuals are usually found out at some point. And I think this is going to be one of the reasons why you're going to be able to move past some issues so much more strongly during this period. Certainly because you are anyway on your own working more and harder to sort of nourish yourself, nurture yourself, increase your confidence with that Empress energy. Now, Page of Pentacles is coming in a position of your hopes and dreams. Also, same position for fears. But here we have your hopes and dreams are that you're really going to be able to use this period to work more actively and practically on your business, your career, your financial stability, right? And you are really hoping to have a lot more progress in this area. And I think that this will indeed come in for you because, again, this is a period of healing and understanding and revelations coming to light. And as you move away from the things that have been holding you back, you will then much more be able to start making, taking active, or how should I put it, playing an active role rather in accomplishing your goals here, right? You're going to be much more, having a lot more energy and a lot more sort of, being a lot more intentional about taking care of the things that you need to take care of to achieve the goals in your finance, in your career, or in your business, whatever the case may be with regard to achieving your material goals. By the end of this period, you do round off with a Six of Pentacles, which is a really sort of healthy and harmonious outlook towards your future. Your career, you're going to have certainly a refocusing. This is to say that this is probably for a Cancer who's very sensitive and giving Cancer anyway. You may be working in the field of charitable concerns, humanitarian concerns, altruistic concerns. And so, it almost feels to me like the very same sensitivity and feeling that has allowed you to kind of succumb to some of these forces in the past, you're going to be able to put those feelings into an area of your life that is a lot more positive. And certainly, you're going to be able to help a lot of other people. You're going to be able to increase the work that you can do in that area. Six of Pentacles indicates giving and taking. The ability to give and receive help, right? To give help and to receive help when you need it, to have a very sort of harmonious attitude towards finances, right? And so, yes, it's almost like this is definitely going to be a period where a lot of your energy is going to be refocused on the things that are most important to you. Now, let's put out your clarifiers and see what they have to say. We're just going to pull out 4 clarifiers to see. So this is a strong period of healing and growth for you, Cancer. What can I say? You're definitely going to be coming out of this period in a much more harmonious environment and a much more harmonious state of mind. You have 2 6s here in your reading, and so this definitely indicates that although you may be coming into this period with a lot of grief and a lot of trepidation, you're coming out of this period very healthy and in a lot happier and sort of healthier sort of environment around you with regard to people, places, and things. All right, there's your Princess of Cups, and there's your 5 of Cups again. So definitely a heartache was there that was hurting you. Temperance energy. And you have another Queen of Cups. So this is what I meant by you being this is definitely a reading for a Cancer who's generally very sensitive, very caring, very thoughtful. And that caring and thoughtful nature, although it may be a reason why you have suffered for quite some time with this heartache, it will also be refocused. Bottom, there you go, 2 of Wands. Moving forward with your goals. Definitely beautiful, beautiful energy. Yes, this is definitely a Cancer who's going to have that nature, that side of them, that really sensitive, giving, caring side that up until now may have been taken for granted by others or may have been sort of one of the reasons why you've been in so much pain. Of course, you're going to have that all refocused towards a much more positive sort of outlet. And that outlet will be helping others, working in a field where you can help others. You may even be working in a field of therapy or counseling where you can help others deal with some of the issues that you've dealt with. You may be a therapist. You may be something like a life coach or something like that. So certainly it's going to serve. I feel like your experiences here your own experiences dealing with your own pain and your own disappointments are going to serve you to sort of help others. And this is something that's going to very much tie in to your career as well. Princess of Cups comes out to clarify that Five of Cups. So yes, overcoming sort of pain, right? And the fear of loving again is the thing that's going to come in, because princesses are the same as pages. And pages are always about overcoming fear in that suit. And so here with Princess of Cups, we're talking about overcoming the fear of being hurt again, overcoming sort of the fear of falling in love or reaching out for love. Because of past experiences. And so, yes, you are going to be overcoming this grief, and you're going to be able to sort of really come into a period of emotional health where you are like, well, yes, I went through that. It was very difficult. I'm getting over that, but that doesn't mean I'm afraid to love. That doesn't mean I'm never going to love again. You're going to get your confidence back with this area. Right? Very nice. Empress energy is clarified by that Five of Cups. And just because, here we have Five of Cups again, and because of this period of mourning and grief that you've gone through over this heartache, whatever this heartache was, you are definitely going to be sort of putting that energy into yourself, right? This is one of the reasons why the Empress is rising up so strongly for you, because as you overcome a lot of this inner turmoil that you've had, you're going to be realizing that the most important person to love is yourself. And don't, you know, it's just as Princess of Cups talks about overcoming the fear of loving, here we have overcoming certainly the fear of loving yourself, which will be paramount to you overcoming this grief. Temperance energy comes in to clarify the Knight of Swords, and certainly temperance is something that is needed right now. So trying not reacting to others, not reacting to the impact of others' energy is one of the things that is really going to help you with this Knight of Swords, cutting yourself free, right, from people that have held you back or connections that have held you back. Temperance is all about being in control of your decisions and making the right decisions for you and not for those around you, right? And so temperance is 14. The first four is the Emperor. And just as the Emperor is the leader of men, temperance is the leader of the self, right? Authority over the self. And this way you don't sort of give the authority over your decisions over to others, right, by reacting to everybody's energy, but you maintain that authority, you maintain that strength to continue making the right decisions for yourself, regardless of how people try to push your buttons. And you have this beautiful Queen of Cups covering this Queen of Pentacles, again, which clarifies what I said, which is this capacity for loving and exchanging deep emotion and understanding each other is going to be paramount to your progression in career and business, right? They're going to go hand in hand. The Queen of Pentacles understands that you have to be emotionally invested in your career path in order to achieve the things you want to achieve. And so having Queen of Cups come in over that Queen of Pentacles just speaks again to the fact that I believe this is definitely a reading for a Cancer that is going to be using a lot of what you have learned emotionally through your own trials and tribulations. Somehow that will be factoring in to your career. And this is why I feel strongly that this may indeed be a reading for a Cancer who is a therapist or a counselor, a healer of some sorts, right? And who's going to be using their own experiences and their own understanding of their emotions and how their emotions work to help others. At the end of the day, the High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck simply to remind you that you always must trust your inner voice. And perhaps although for a little while people tried to get you to deny that, this is going to be, this entire April, May, June period is going to be a period where your confidence increases and your trust in your inner voice increases. Two of Wands is at the bottom of the deck here, just to indicate that part of this is all working towards moving forward. Two of Wands is Mars and Aries energy, so you're moving forward strongly here. April, May, June, moving forward with healing, moving forward with your own sort of path, with your own passion in life, letting go of the pain of the past. And all of it will be down to very specific information being made clear to you, right? There's going to be absolutely events, meetings, encounters, experiences over this April, May, June period, Cancer, that reveals information that you did not have before. And this information is going to be the linchpin to all of this awakening and understanding that you're having of why perhaps you were in the situation you were, stayed in the situation you were, and is now able to overcome that situation, to rise up and take the lessons of your experience and help others as well as helping yourself. Very nice reading, very much a forward momentum growth stage for a Cancer out there that has really had a period of heartache and heart pain. It's very, very nice indeed. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your April, May, June outlook for 2020. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please check out your other readings, which are linked in the description. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to get a private reading, all you have to do is follow the link at the top of your screen. I offer live private readings as well as recorded answers to questions. So just follow that link to check out the various services I provide. Please excuse my cat who gets wacky at these readings. But for right now, guys, I'm just going to say have a wonderful second quarter to 2020, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye now.